Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the Taurus is out there for February 18th through February 24th. I would like to thank each and every one of you that take the time to watch my videos, as well as those who subscribed. I really appreciate all of you. And as a disclaimer, I like to always say that if this reading does not resonate, it may not be for you, it could be for someone else. So let's see what the universe has to say for the Tauruses out there for February 18th through February 24th. Okay. So we have the Strength and we have the Ace of Cups reversed. So I feel that this week, Tauruses, you could be in your feelings about some things. Because it is Pisces season as well, which it tends to get all of us in our feelings. It gives us the time to really reflect and really think about, do we like things of self-love? You know what I'm saying? It's so important because, Pisces is like of like the unconditional love, because it is the last zodiac. It goes from like the Aries, the child, and then Pisces is like the grandfather, for example. Like, it's like through all the life lessons and maturity. So I feel like the universe wants to let you guys know that you are going to have strength to get through this, and you may be going through times that you just don't feel your best and you feel really low about yourself. Know that these moments, they come and they go. And just make sure that you nurture yourself, because if you are the type of person that tries to stuff down how you feel without actually addressing it, like for example, we're in a society where we have to put on a face, right? Because let's just be honest, like, to me, why there's so much violence in the world is because it's so much repressed anger. Because when someone actually, like, it comes in forms of also people using negative situations for likes. Like, how many times have we seen that? Like, they'll have this messed up photo of like of a baby or a dog, and they'd be like, oh well, this how if I get this many likes, then this and this, or like this and something bad will happen to you. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's or you have people that use negativity just so they get attention. Like, it's just crazy to me. Or we live in a society where it's like, just suck it up, just don't deal with it. And that's why there's so much violence, because nobody can vent how they feel, because everybody think that they over exaggerating, or they this or they that. And then when we repress so much, we lash out. So I feel like it's important for you guys to accept where you guys are right now. And if you are feeling unloved, like in forms of self, like maybe you're breaking out or something, or maybe someone broke your heart and you're feeling really down about yourself, just know that no one can love you like you. And the universe is saying we're here to be that extra strength during these times. And don't give up on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself too, Taurus, as well. Allow yourself to feel every emotion that comes up this week. Let's see what else the universe has to say. Ooh. So we have the Four of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. So I feel like you guys are at a point that you guys are literally fed up. But however, I feel right now you're not in a space to be optimistic. That's what I'm feeling. I see that you guys are seeing that the universe has been showing you signs and synchronicities. Maybe the universe has been dropping hints that you need to move, or that you need to change a job, or that you need to let go of friends or relationships. I feel that you got that part. But I also feel that you guys are not looking so optimistic as the future. And it makes sense because the Ace of Cups is in reverse. I feel that the universe could have ripped some things from you, and you saw it as a sign that, as was supposed to be. But however, okay, perfect example is this. Like, before I actually got into YouTube and everything like that, I used to work in fast food, and I didn't know really what I wanted to do, but I knew that I just wanted to help people. So I had to go through experiences that I really didn't want to go through to help better my character. So I did, right? So the opportunity came past where the universe is like, okay, Jazz, you can actually work on what you want to work on. But I wasn't feeling my greatest. Like after all those trials and tribulations, I started to feel like maybe I'm not good enough. Like, because all my life people was very, very critical of me every time I turn. Well, then again, I have Saturn in the sixth house. So when it terms of work and everything, like people always have something to say, or always if you do this, or you could do this better, and this and this and this. So I felt like, how can I really like make my own reality, like when all my life people told me like what I wasn't doing wasn't good enough. So I feel this Ace of Cups reverse energy, and even though it caused me, for the universe to force me out the situation, but however, I still wasn't looking optimistic at it. Like I saw the signs, like I did, like I got that part, but I was just so hurt of everything that I was going through. And I feel this could be what you guys are feeling this week. That it's just like I see what you're trying to say, universe, but right now I'm not really trying. I'm not looking at this too optimistic. Like I'm just processing, and that's okay, Taurus. You feel this way this week. Take time to process. That's so important. We have the Eight of Wands. So this week you can also get some fast communication as well. And with the Eight of Wands, we don't see it coming. It's something very, very swift. But I feel it could be good news. I feel it could be something that could help you out of this funk that you're kind of in. But it's always good that we sit within those moments, because in those moments we really see how fragile we truly are. Tauruses are known as the bull. They don't like to let people know they hurt. They don't like to let people know that their life isn't going right. They like to hold that fort down. They like to be that glue, that stubborn, have the knees, to the ground like a bull. You know what I'm saying? Well, not knees. Well, do they got knees? I don't know. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. But I'm just saying, it's the stubborn stance, and I feel that this situation kind of weakened you guys a little bit to kind of make you reevaluate what you're actually putting all your energy into. But with the Eight of Wands, I feel like I said, I feel like it could be some good communication to help lighten your mood a bit. So let's see another card. They have a flipper. Okay, there we go. Oh man, we have the Five of Cups. So I feel like this all still ties into the Ace of Cups though, reverse. Like I feel it's just another example of that. Like you guys could feel really low this week, and it's also because this we're in Pisces season. So I feel we're all going to be in our feelings in one way or another. Where we are in our life is going to be amplified, and I'm going to tell you another reason why for you guys too. Uranus is about to move into Taurus in March. So it could, if you guys are holding on to any situations that you were supposed to let go of, you're definitely going to be like this for the rest of February. It's not even just this week. I want to let you know. I feel like with him making his rounds right before he gets to your sign is so important. Like for example, before Saturn even reached Capricorn, I have a natally, so I'm going to do a Saturn return. He was in Sagittarius. That was let me tell you, those 3 years before my Saturn return was rough. Like it was just consistent stress. I had so many commitments. It was just oh man. I'm finally out of that, but it was before like Saturn actually hit in Capricorn. So that's what I'm saying. You guys could be going through a lot of that stress. You guys could be feeling like things are falling apart all over the place. Things are happening so fast you can't even wrap your mind around it, to the point that you just sit there like this and just look like that. All my hard work was for what? But the universe wants you to remember, you always have 2 cups left. So make sure you're not focusing too much on what you lost. look at it in the form of what still remains, and that's what you build your new foundation on, because it's time. And especially because Uranus is here, it's gonna bring some shakeups, some things you're not gonna like, it's some unexpected stuff y'all not gonna see coming. I'm gonna tell you, but however, it's only to help you be where you are supposed to be. That's it. It's not to hurt you, not to haunt you, not to, you know, how many times that we all just feel victim, where it's just like the world is out to get me, or everyone just doesn't like me. But I feel that our outer is just a reflection of our inner. So take this as an opportunity to look at the ways you have disappointed yourself. Have you had too high expectations? Let me tell you something. Expectations get your feelings hurt. That's why I don't have no expectations. Because let's say if you bet on something like, oh, well, I know this is going to happen, it don't happen, that's going to ruin your mood. When you're more in a mutable type of way, like, yo, if it happens, it happens, yo, but hey, if it don't, I'm straight either way. So I feel like that's more of the energy I feel you're going to start to adopt, to realize that you may not always know what's going on, or your structure is not always going to be stable. It's change is necessary. Change is the one thing change and death is the one thing that's consistent, and birth in the universe. So I feel like you guys are just going through that right now, because it could have been some things that meant a lot to you. And we all have been there. So Taurus, if this is a rough week, just do something you love. Watch a movie, paint, go out and make yourself feel good. Do it by yourself. I'm tell you, ain't nothing like when you just sit by yourself. Maybe sit next to the fireplace with a nice cup of hot chocolate, pop a nice movie in, and just relax. Maybe go to a spa. Take care of yourself this week, Taurus. That's what I'm getting. If you get too emotionally stressed, make sure that you find some ways to incorporate some positivity in there as well. So let's see why the Strength and the Ace of Cups is in reverse. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we definitely have you guys still working on Pentacles. So I feel you guys are trying to put it into something that's more Pentacles. But like I'm saying though, these are emotions. Like working on, let's say, getting more money is not going to help your emotions, or anything in the physical is not going to help these emotions. And if you're that kind of Taurus, like, well, I'm just going to do earthly things to fix this, it's not going to work. I feel that this is a time for you to work on the emotions, what you're feeling. The time of like really tapping into, really feel that you hurt. If you hurt, admit that you hurt, Taurus. Like, let me tell you something. Like, my mom's a Taurus, right? She does not like for anyone to see her hurt, bruh. She don't. And it it's not healthy at the same time, because you guys hold on to a lot of things that need to be expressed, that you think there's things you guys went through that don't have an effect on you still to today, and it does. Like, for example, is what your reality looking like? For example, what your childhood looked like? These are things to really think about. Are you recreating what you've seen? So even though through this disappointment you may feel, but take it as a learning opportunity to be like, dag, am I manifesting what I went through, like as a childhood, and all the things that I didn't like, and now I'm replicating this because, it was my fixed way of viewing things. So let's see why the Four of Cups is reversed and the Page of Wands is reversed. We have the Nine of Cups. So let's see why the Nine of Cups is here. So what is this wish fulfillment here? That's what I'm talking about. So like I said, you guys are going to come to the realization by this week, by the end of the week, that this was actually a wish fulfillment. You actually got the chance to really see what is going on within you, how you feel, and you accept how you feel. You actually feel like, wow. And from that point, you're gonna get right through this, Taurus. I feel like you guys are gonna pick yourselves right back up, and you guys like, hey, I really needed this. So your perception is going to change. Is you don't see the new beginnings quite yet because you may not be used to this energy, and you might just think like, what the heck am I doing wrong? Everything's ripped away from me. What if you're actually doing something right? How many times do we see this is not talked about enough? We always look at when stuff gets taken away as a bad thing, but we don't look at it as how it's a wish contentment because we create our reality. We co-create with the universe. The universe only gives us what we give it. So I feel the moment you give yourself love and consistently appreciate yourself and get yourself together, you're going to realize that you are your own wish contentment. Then you're going to be victorious in anything that you do. So I feel like right now it's cool that you are not a-okay. It's okay to not be okay. But in the end, by this week, you're going to realize how this actually really worked in your favor, just like it always does, Taurus. So let's see why the Eight of Wands is here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Sun. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely beautiful. So what we have here is, in the midst of this, I see. I was like, this Eight of Wands is not negative. Like, I didn't feel that way. I felt like this was actually something that's going to cheer you up and see you. You started nurturing yourself with the Queen of Pentacles here. You guys are nurturing yourselves. You guys are doing what you love. You're getting yourselves back together after this. And look, you could also get in contact with someone that you actually had a connection with, that you actually, I feel this could just be things going on in your personal life that's causing you to feel like this. I don't feel for this reading that this is actually something that a person can be causing. I feel this is how you feel about your life in general. And I feel that it's the highlight of your week to kind of help you get through this. The universe sends people to us all the time to help us. So I feel that actually through this situation, you could have actually manifested someone actually you have a bond with. Because now that's your reward. Like, the universe is probably seeing you putting out this hard work, and the universe know that you guys have trouble with letting go. You guys are very stubborn. But we're all stubborn in our own way, especially fire signs in our own way. It's just different. But now, since you're actually spending time with yourself and loving yourself and getting yourself together, you actually could hear from someone that actually makes you so happy. And you feel that warmth back inside of you. That is so beautiful. And I wanna say a story real quick. This reading actually reminds me of how I met my boyfriend. Before my boyfriend came in my life 3 years ago, I was in this energy completely. I saw the signs of the universe saying that I needed to leave my other relationship, so I did already. But at the same time, I knew I had to make new beginnings, but I wasn't as excited about it. I kind of just did it just to kind of do it because I had no choice. But then, just like these, I figured out it was a wish contentment, and I went through it victoriously, just like this reading, no lie. And it was the communication that came out of nowhere while I was nurturing myself, making my coins, that I actually found the Sun, for example, in my life. So I feel this could be the example of what can happen with you guys, which is still great. So something good is going to come out of this. I feel the universe can actually send you a companion, so you don't have to go through this alone. Because I feel like Tauruses go through things alone anyway. So I feel like the universe actually going to help send you guys someone who can actually help you feel warm inside and help be that stability for you now. So we have the Five of Cups, then we have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like with the Five of Cups, like I said, it's okay to feel like that, right? But I feel like this person also just wants to come and nurture you. I feel like this person is seeing you hurt. I feel this person is seeing you go through all this, and I feel like they just want to help bring balance, like a sensitive energy. You know, it could be a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, but they have a very gentle energy towards you. And they just want to be like, it's okay, Taurus. This was kind of reminds me of, like, you know, a conversation with my mom that I had about her childhood, you know. It was just like I just gave my mom a hug, man, because she's so strong. I love that woman with everything I have inside of me. And as a Taurus, I had no idea that she went through so much because she hid it so well. And it helped me have a whole nother respect for her because I've never seen her honestly admit how she feels. So I feel for the Tauruses out there, if you relate to this, you will actually be surprised if you actually do let your guard down. But it has to be someone that you know you guys can trust, of course. But I feel it's time that you let these burdens go. It's time to let others help bring warmth into your life because you guys work so hard. You guys have no problem getting down to work and all that stuff. That's great. But I feel this week is allow someone to be there for you, Taurus. Allow someone to help be that sunshine. Because not all the time we can be. See, let me tell you something. I know self love, everything is great and all, but you're going to have moments where you need some encouragement. Like, not all the time you want to have all the answers at that direct moment. You know, I feel like on the path of spirituality, that's kind of forgetting. It's kind of like you could do everything, you know everything, but then it's like, well, don't depend on nobody. But then you like you're supposed to help people. It's kind of like a gray area with a lot about spirituality, you know. And I just feel like even the teacher needs help. I feel we're all students. I feel that we all here to learn. And I feel like it's okay if you feel that you cannot carry all those burdens alone. So I hope that this message helps you guys. I hope it kind of shed light on this situation. And just know if you guys are going through these types of emotions this week, just know that it's all part of the process. And allow yourself to feel Taurus. And know that you'll be back together in no time. But better than ever because you realize a whole nother side of yourself. So I'll catch you guys next week.